What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Stupidiots podcast. I can't believe I'm saying this.
I
It is.
know.
I am. For those who don't know us already, I am Jesse, and this is my best friend Whitney.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I am also known as AquaLeaderJesse on YouTube. She's known as Fairy Fox Gaming on YouTube. Unless you're watching this on a YouTube channel and you're wondering why the fuck we're introducing ourselves like this. Um,
I
but
just realized that as you said it too. I was like, wait a minute.
but I figure because some people might just find this on a podcasting service and not know who, like, not be familiar with us already. Um, but we decided to start a podcast, and this is going to be called the Stupidiots podcast. And basically, to give a quick rundown of the premise of this podcast, is we are each gonna in each episode we are both going to come up with a top 10 list of the same category, like the same thing, and we will try to guess each other's top tens, and we'll earn points based on how we do. Um, you'll earn, which I'm going to try to keep this brief and simple, um, but you earn 3 points if you guess the right thing on the right number of the list perfectly. Like, say we're talking like top 10 Disney characters. I guessed her number one character was Mickey Mouse, and her number one character was Mickey Mouse. I'd earn 3 points for that. 2 points if you have the right thing, but you're off by one on the list. So if I said her Mickey Mouse is number one and it was number two on her list, I'd earn 2 points. And you'll earn 1 point for having the right thing somewhere on the list, but not within that 1 point range. So if I had it as her number seven guess and it was her number three, I would earn 1 point. And whoever has the most points at the end gets to choose what the category is for the next week. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty chill. It's not gonna be super hardcore in it. We're just gonna try to have some fun, try to get some funny moments out of it, and hardcore judge each other on our opinions. So over a bunch of useless subjects. Case in point, today we are doing the our top 10 favorite fast food restaurants. Um, so if there's anything more pointless to argue over, it's fast food restaurants. So
Hey,
Um,
fast food is the best thing to
yeah,
argue
and
over.
I'm one to talk. I have fast food like every day, so
Oh my god, same.
so like I'm not gonna judge. I have some very strong opinions about some of these places, um, and there's one specifically that I feel um I feel like it is on Whitney's list that I like really can't stand, except for like one or two items that I absolutely love, and I absolutely hate everything else.
Oh my
Um,
god. I
that I
feel so
really
much
hope
pressure.
I really hope it's on your list because I feel it's gonna be really entertaining. I won't honestly judge you, but I'm gonna act like I do.
But I'm gonna act like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna overreact to it. Um, but so do we want to just like flip a coin, see who goes first?
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't have a
I
coin.
I have an echo right here. Alexa, wait, hand, cancel. Whitney, call aside. Heads or tails?
Tails, the best side.
So tails, you go head, I go first to reveal our or to reveal my number 10 spot. Anyway, Alexa,
Wait, am I revealing?
uh, cancel.
Are we gonna reveal? Sorry, are we gonna
So
reveal what we think yours is
yeah,
first, and
so
then reveal ours?
so if say it lands on tails like you said, I would technically speak first, but I would put in what my guess was for number 10 for you.
Okay, okay.
And you can feel free to react to whatever my top, like if you were offended that I said that freaking Bill Swiffin's McChickens was your number 10 spot, like feel free to. And this is a podcast; you can go as long as you want. Um. Anyway, I'm gonna have my Echo call the coin toss. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay, you got heads.
Heads.
Damn it.
So,
Damn it. All right.
so you try to guess my number 10.
Oh god, I know. We have not talked about any of these.
Yeah, we were both taking basically complete shots in the dark for each other's lists. We
This
have no
is
idea. Like
so fucking
I
hard. Like
completely guessed for everything
I
on
did
hers.
too. I did too.
So
I think I at least got one of them on here. that's yours, but that's
I'm sure
absolutely fair.
I'm sure there are multiple that you have like on the list that are on my list. It's just the placement is what really worries me. Like I'm sure I've probably got at least a few of yours on my list. I
Um,
highly doubtful they're in the right spot.
yeah, no, none of mine are definitely not in the right spot. So for my number 10, I put Taco Bell.
You thought I had Taco Bell for number 10. That was your
I
guess?
thought you had Taco Bell. Yes, yes.
Hell no.
See, I thought it would be like your least favorite place to eat, but I felt like it would be at least on the list.
No, like so it is not Taco Bell. Um because I will say I do like the Dorito. I like to if I don't ever go to Taco Bell of my own volition, but if I do like the Dorito Loco Taco with nacho cheese sauce on it. It's really good. I
That
also
sounds so
I
delicious.
like the nacho fries and then those Cinnabon bites. I don't know if they still have the Cinnabon bites or not,
Ah, they
but
do,
those
and
are
they are
good.
so fucking
I
delicious.
don't like anything else. Like I don't like any
Okay,
actual tacos from Taco Bell just because I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't taste. It's I'm not the kind of person to be. This sounds probably really what's the word I'm looking for? Pretentious. Like, but like for Mexican food, like it just doesn't taste right to me. Like the way the meat tastes and all that. Granted, I will say this is probably gonna totally devalidate my opinion on Taco Bell for everybody. I've never had a crunch wrap from Taco Bell.
they're so
I've
good.
only ever had tacos from Taco Bell,
Okay,
and I do
see, it's
not
kind
like the
of
tacos except for the Dorito one.
yeah, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that though, that like you don't like the meat because it
Yeah.
doesn't taste right to you. I have the exact opposite problem because I think I grew up on like Taco Bell so much when I was younger that like I can't go to a Mexican restaurant and have like their beef
Oh,
because I
that's the
can't eat
thing.
it. I can't do it.
I did not grow up on Taco Bell. My parents weren't. We weren't big into Mexican. We would make like tacos or burritos at home occasionally, like once every couple months. We'd have make some. Um, and I was never. I didn't go there a lot. I went there a couple times. Like as a kid, I'm sure I enjoyed the tacos, but like as an adult, I'm so spoiled by loving like specifically nachos. It's basically the same thing as a taco, but like with chips on the underground instead of like the hard shell by itself. But like with like perfectly seasoned Mexican style meat. Like Mexican is the one thing I'm kind of pretty, and I'm a little tougher to please on. But I'm willing to try a crunch wrap from Taco Bell. I've never like said no to it. I never go there, so I never get there. On the very rare occasion I do, I just tend to get the thing I know I'm gonna like, which is the Dorito taco. But for number 10, I had Firehouse subs. I've actually only had Firehouse once,
Oh
but
shit.
it was really good. I like it was different from the sub sandwiches I typically like to get because I tend to like my sandwiches cold. Like the like not like sitting out cold, but like tend to have like cooler temperature things. Whereas Firehouse subs tend to be hot, like hot, literally hot and fresh. Um, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I don't live by one anymore, so there's one like 20 minutes away, but I never really have a reason to go there, or if I am there, it's typically with Shelby, and she doesn't like sandwiches, so we don't really go to sandwich shops together. So I've only been there once, but I really enjoyed it. I remember loving the sandwich, but I can't put it higher because I've only had it once.
Do you remember what sandwich you got?
I do not. I remember it was a turkey sandwich because I always get
Man,
turkey on my sub sandwiches, but I do not remember what it was. But I just remember I remember I went there. It was when we moved to Tennessee. I went there with my brother and his girlfriend because they were like because she specifically was like you got to try Firehouse because they found out I never had it. They were coming down to like say bye whenever. This was literally the morning they were saying bye to me on the trip of us moving and because they were leaving to go back to Illinois, and they took me to Firehouse, and it was so good.
okay, so Firehouse subs is absolutely delicious. And I think what sets them apart, at least for me, from other sub shops, is like when you take a bite, of a Firehouse sub, it's like the meat just melts in your mouth. It's like
Yeah,
cotton candy. It
the
just
the meat was the
disintegrates.
best part for me. The meat was no like I dare say, meat is probably the favorite like meat I've had from a sub shop ever. Probably. I
You
really
probably
liked
had a
it.
turkey bacon ranch sandwich.
I don't think I did
Feel
because I don't
like.
like bacon on sandwiches.
Oh,
I have no idea what I
good.
ordered. I do not remember it at all. I know I always get turkey. Every time I go to any sub shop, I get turkey. But I have my taste for bacon is a thing for another day. But like my very specific tastes for bacon.
Ah, man, if
But
you
I know
ever
I
go
don't.
to
Yeah.
Firehouse again, you definitely need to try the hook and ladder. That's my all-time favorite. Hook and ladder, and then ask for some honey
I'm
mustard.
definitely willing to go. Oh, I love honey mustard. But I'm definitely willing to go again. It's just a matter of it being a convenient place to go at the time with somebody who's
You know
willing to
what?
go with me.
You know what? If you come up here for my birthday, we'll go to Firehouse. There's like
Yeah.
so many of them over here. We'll go to Firehouse. We'll get a hook and ladder. Those are so fucking good.
Sweet. All right. Well, now it is my turn to guess your number 10. So for your number 10, I had Chipotle.
Nope,
All right.
definitely not.
I figured not, but I needed a number 10 and I couldn't think of anything.
um, so I don't like Mexican food. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I don't like Mexican food because of that beef issue. Because I grew up on Taco Bell. I can't eat like real Mexican food or like Chipotle or anything like that. It makes me sick. So like I can go to like Taco Bell or something like that and be perfectly fine. But any other restaurant like that, like any other Mexican type restaurant, I can't do it. Um, no.
I thought
So
I'd hear somebody say
actually,
Taco Bell's the safe thing for their stomach.
yes. I don't get sick off of Taco Bell like a lot of people do. Like it does not have any effect on me. It's just like eating a regular like meal for me. Um
Interesting.
no, so for my number 10, I don't think that you would have heard of this place. At least I
Hmm.
think they might have some down in Nashville. But I don't think you would have ever eaten here. Cookout.
Cookout.
Cookout is number 10. Cookout is
I
number 10.
that I did I can say I do not have on my guess for your list anywhere.
It is a very well, I don't go there
Oh,
often, but it is a very good cheap alternative, like, if you wanna
randomly.
get something fast.
By the way,
Yeah.
did you? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're
Before
good.
I forget this, and I forgot to clarify later in the video, because in case anyone's wondering this, did you get a point from Firehouse?
I
Like,
did.
was it 1 point or 2? I wanna have my own tally as well. I feel like we should announce when you earn
Um,
points.
it was 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point.
It was 1 point.
Okay, so you've got
And I
one.
when you get there, when you get to where it was revealed, like, when you're gonna reveal what spot it was, I'll tell you if that's where I would put it or not. I'll tell you where I put my stuff for your guess. And, the way my list looks, I'm going from, like, 10 to 1, so
Yeah, we're both going
it's
from
gonna
10
be
to
a little
1,
bit.
but
Um,
yeah, just like I just want to know whether we earn points or not. Like,
yeah.
and obviously, again, like I said before we recorded, like say Chipotle is like your number 5. Don't tell me that part. I'll just find out whenever you get to number 5.
Right.
But I'll be like, hey, that's a point for me or something. Just
Yeah.
just so that way I can make sure I'm keeping track of points accurately as well.
Um,
Anyways,
so
keep on going
usually
with your. I forgot what you said already. Cookout.
yeah, cookout. So usually when I go to cookouts, I only ever get the tray meals. They're usually about I think $5 or $6, and you get like a lot of food with this. So I'll either get like chicken strips, fries, and onion rings, and then a banana strawberry shake, or I'll get the chicken strips with the chicken quesadilla and some cheese curds, and like a Coke or something. And it's like a super cheap meal, and I'm like, you get it pretty fast. It's not bad. Their chicken's pretty good. It's just not something that I would place any higher. Definitely everything else on my list would rank way better than that on
I
any
see.
given day.
Interesting. Interesting. So, what do you have for my number 9?
Your number 9. I know this is not in the correct spot, but I would be thoroughly surprised if nobody like, if you didn't have this on your list, like, I can't think of a single
I
person that
feel
wouldn't
like
have this on
I
your
feel like I
list.
know exactly what you're gonna guess, but
I feel like you don't.
oh
I feel
really?
like it's also such a stereotypical, like, answer, Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that is not what I thought you were gonna say. But no, it is not my number 9.
M'kay.
Um, Also, I'm just gonna throw it out there right now, even though I said I technically wouldn't, but for this one case, I'll make an exception for reasons I said earlier. That was actually the one I was talking about before we started the episode that I said would be my number 11 if I had one.
Oh, okay.
That was where
Okay.
Chick-fil-A was gonna be. Um, because I honestly not until recently did I like Chick-fil-A because I only ever went there when somebody like bought it and brought it to me. I say recently, it was like last fall. But last fall I had we actually went there and I got an actual chicken sandwich, not just things other people bought and brought to me. I hadn't had the chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, the standard item, until last fall,
Right.
and it was so good. But it's just not quite good enough to enter the top 10 for me. Um,
Oh my god. If you
but
ever go back to Chick-fil-A, you should always you should get like the damn it, what do they call it? The chicken minis. It's like this
hmm,
chicken honey biscuit type thing that they have. It's so good. It's just
interesting.
so good. When I used
But
to work at the bank, every Saturday somebody would order like a whole bunch of those chicken minis and give them out to everybody that was working Saturday stuff.
interesting. Yeah, my one time at work, our regional director brought everybody on our inventory day. He bought everybody Chick-fil-A, and one of my coworkers doesn't eat meat, so she gave me her sandwich. I straight up had two Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and I had the whole thing of waffle fries. It was really good. But for my number 9, I feel like I'm going to get judged for this one. Um, my number 9, I blah, blah, blah. For my mighty number 9, I have Little Caesars pizza.
Ooh, interesting. I
Um,
did. Oh, that is actually a very interesting choice because I wouldn't have thought of that.
I didn't think of it either till I was looking at the list of fast food places so I could think of like places to put. And their standard pizza is good, but the thing that put them on this list is the thing they don't have anymore. But years ago, they had a pretzel pizza that was like not just pretzel crust, but the crust was stuffed with the nacho cheese dip, and it was so good. And they
I
actually had like
remember
nacho
that.
cheese sauce on the pizza too. I loved it. It's such trash pizza, but it's like my favorite trash pizza.
Okay, so if I had a number 11, that's where that would be. I will go ahead and throw that
I
out there
remember like
because um
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't I don't know why I didn't think of that as like a fast food restaurant to me.
I
Even
didn't
though
either until like
technically, yeah.
I saw it on the list and I was like, yeah, yeah, that's fast food. Like you
I
straight up
mean, it's
walk in
already
and
yeah,
order
it's
it. Like it classifies. I didn't think of it either. I didn't even think of it until I saw it on the list and I was like, yeah, yeah, I'd say that
yeah.
qualifies.
90% of the time, people usually either get cheese or pepperoni, and they're all already in the thing. You
Yeah.
just grab it and walk out. Yeah, yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
It's my favorite pizza to have like whenever I'm just gonna be sitting on the couch drinking out of a 2 liter of soda, watching horror movies or playing video games. That kind of pizza. If that makes sense. It's not like
Yeah.
fine dining pizza. It's not like the kind that I'll be like, yes, this is a great Italian pie by any means. By that standard, it's awful. But like it is my favorite like trash pizza to just stuff my face with. Like whenever I just need a pizza, just go to Little Caesars.
You just need
Um,
like a quick couple pizzas for a
yeah,
party. You're just like,
exactly. Yeah. Um. All right. So for your number 9, I had Taco Bell.
that is incorrect.
Oh, the way you hesitated, I was like, did I get it? Did I actually get one right? And I'm sure it's on the list somewhere, um, but I was like, if I got it right on the money, I would have been very surprised.
No, so my number 9 is actually Hardee's.
Hardy.
So
Okay.
yes, it is Hardee's. My favorite thing when I was younger, used to be to go get like the little star-shaped chicken nuggets. I don't even know
Y-
if they still have those.
I don't
I
know if they
never
do
like ask
either.
about them. Um, but they used to be like little star shapes, and they used to have like the little Hardy smiley face on it. So it was always my favorite thing to go get. Now I usually just go get a chicken sandwich combo or the 10-piece chicken tender box. But I really wish that they would bring those like star-shaped chicken nuggets back because those are the best.
I actually, it's weird. I have a very mixed response to Hardee's. Like, I granted I haven't had much recently, but the last couple experiences I had before my last one, granted the ones we have are so run down and untaken care of, but everything just like everything was gross. The one that I have near me now isn't as bad, but the all the it's just every time I order there, again it could just be the ones I have, or it could be just the food I'm ordering because I haven't had chicken from there in a while. The last one I had was at a very just straight up poorly taken care of Hardee's, but at the new one, or at least the one that's had some renovation in the past 30 years, um, had the it was a cheeseburger. It tasted like it was made a week ago.
That's
And give it
insane.
to me. It was just I just had. Granted, I will say the breakfast wasn't that bad. I tried a breakfast sandwich. I don't remember what it was, but it was all right. Um, but it is Shelby's least favorite fast food place of all time. Like she can't stand Hardee's. But again, it's been years since I've had chicken from there, and it was from a very poorly taken care of one. So it could have been just. I remember I didn't like it then, but it was at a again of like I don't think it. I think it might have actually gotten closed down for not meeting the health code.
That's insane.
Like
Oh
so,
my
I
god.
wouldn't trust anything from that Hardee's to begin with, regardless of what it
N-
was.
I agree. I wouldn't trust anything from that Hardee's either. I will go ahead and tell you this though. You did get 1 point.
I did
You
get
did get 1 point.
point.
Yeah, you did get 1 point. So I think we were sitting even at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
so
Yes.
for your number 8,
Yep.
for your number 8, I legitimately was trying to think of fast food restaurants, and because of what you do, um, on YouTube, I was like, "There's no way that you don't go to this restaurant just based on its fucking name." So I put Sonic's as your number 8.
It is not my number eight. My number eight was Jack in the Box. Uh,
See, oh my god.
I thought for a
Okay.
second before you said your reasoning. I actually thought you were going to get it because I know you asked me about it before we started. So part of me wonders if you put it on there. I feel like you did put it on there somewhere, but um, did you get a point? Is it on your list somewhere?
It is not on my
Oh,
list.
I thought it would be.
It
Jack in
is
the
not
Box.
on my list.
I've
Um,
I've only had a couple times, but it's like the perfect like when you're wasted and need to just munch on some shit place to go to. That's
Man,
my description.
I have never had Jack in the Box. Just as I've never had In and Out, and I'm really upset that
They
there's a Jack in the Box in Nashville because I haven't had it, and I really want to try it. And I was in
it's
Nashville, and I could have
they
tried it.
I don't know if they still have it, but I haven't had it, but like I really wanted it. I saw it last time. I didn't end up getting it. I got a burger instead, but they had a box, a munchie box. Jack in the Box is kind of known for people who like smoke pot to go to. I don't smoke any pot. I've never have, but like I know that it's for when you got the munchies. They literally call them munchie boxes, but there's a munchie box they have um, that is literally a bunch of chicken strips and French fries tossed into a box with cheese sauce drizzled all over it, and it looked so good.
Oh my god.
Like it is like that. That is the kind of munchie box I want right there.
Or Clarksville is from me. They say they have one in Clarksville, and I know Nashville's like 3 hours away.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to go there much anymore since I don't go to Nashville that often, or if I do, I typically don't eat there. typically eat on the way and on the way back. But yeah. So for your number 8, I had Wendy's.
Incorrect. But you do get a point.
Hmm.
You do get a point.
I need to make this more. Okay.
No. So for my number 8, I have Subway. Subway is a good place to go. Especially when I'm trying to get like a deal.
I gotta throw out there, I
90.
just earned another point. So I have
Yes,
3 points
you
now.
earned another point.
No, like I earned one for Subway. I had Subway on the
Damn.
list, just not yet.
Fuck. All right. Okay. Be in the lead. All right. No, but Subway is like really good, especially if you're gonna go get a deal, because usually they always run like buy a foot long, get a foot long, or buy a foot long, get half off a foot long or something. And usually when I'm buying one, it's usually when I'm out with my mother, so we'll usually like stop and get a Subway. Um, Now this is gonna sound like really insane. This order that I usually get. So when I usually go to Subway, I always only this is the only thing I ever get. This is the only sandwich I ever order. Is the only thing I'll ever order. I usually get a spicy Italian sub with the Italian herb and cheese bread. It has to have everything on it, minus jalapeno peppers and banana peppers. And then I always have them add honey mustard. It has to have oil on it, and then it has to have mayo on it. All 3 of those toppings have to be on it. I get provolone cheese, and it's always grilled. I always have this sandwich grilled.
Sounds pretty good.
For whatever reason, honey mustard oil and mayo mixed together tastes so freaking
That
delicious.
sounds good. I never even tried it that way, but it sounds good.
It is absolutely delicious. And if we do that thing I was talking about earlier,
Yeah.
Subway is definitely one of the ones that you would have to try.
Huh.
Made that way because it is. I had my sister try it and she judged me so hard for having it that way, but it was so fucking delicious. But she didn't agree. She didn't agree, but I don't think she likes
I'd definitely try
honey
it. I'd
mustard.
definitely be
So
willing to try it. I do like honey mustard, so.
honey mustard is delicious. Honey mustard is the only mustard I'll eat. I don't
Yeah,
like mustard.
I don't like regular mustard either. Honey mustard is so good, especially with like chicken. I
Oh
love
my
honey mustard.
god. Fresh homemade honey mustard is amazing. My mom
Yeah.
makes like really fresh homemade honey mustard. And I'm like, girl, you need to start selling this by the bottle. Um Okay, so moving on to I forget what number we're on.
You're guessing my number 7.
So moving on to your number 7, I probably should have fucking numbered these because they're like in like they're just going down, and my brain's gonna get confused. Okay, so for your number 7, I put Wendy's.
Okay, that is incorrect. My number 7 is KFC.
Fuck.
Which
You know
is weirdly. Oh, go
That's fucked up because I did put KFC on this list and then I took it off.
ahead.
I took it off for something else, and I was like, darn it, guys.
Oddly, KFC is not even for the chicken. It has nothing to do with the chicken. I like their mashed potatoes and their mac and cheese a lot. And I don't get me wrong, I like the chicken, but the chicken is not what earned it its spot on the list. That's the mashed potatoes and the mac and cheese. Like I don't like it's so like, especially with mac and cheese, it's such like low quality mac and cheese, but it's so good. I don't know what it is. It's hard to describe. I know it's trash, but it's just exactly like the cheese is just as creamy as I want it to be. It's super good. I'll have a thing of like the popcorn chicken or something, but if I'm eating by myself, just have a popcorn chicken bucket. Not like a bucket of chicken bucket, but like the little container of popcorn chicken. And I'll get fucking 2 large mashed potatoes and a large mac and cheese. It's not one of my favorite places, but like that like if I'm going there, like I'm craving some mashed taters.
Okay, so when back in 2019, when they released the Cheetos chicken sandwich, did you ever try that?
I did not.
I did.
Was it any good or was it awful?
It was okay. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't like the most delicious sandwich that they served. Um, it was an okay sandwich, but what I'm actually now excited for, there's a rumor going around that KFC is actually going to bring back one of their discontinued sandwiches. And apparently this sandwich, and I don't fact check me here, guys, because like I don't know if this is a real thing here or if this is like not gonna happen. It was like announced about 6 or 7 days ago. Apparently they're bringing back one of their discontinued sandwiches, and it was called the Double Down. And what this sandwich basically was, it was instead of having bread, you would have 2 chicken breasts as your bread to make this sandwich. And I'm like, okay, so basically you're just having like 2 chicken breasts, cheese, bacon, mayo, pickles, and whatnot, like a regular sandwich, but instead of bread, you'll have like 2 chicken breasts as your bread.
All
And
right, I'm refilling my
honestly,
water bottle. So if anyone's hearing noise,
you're
that's what it
good.
was.
It sounds so freaking good. Apparently, this was like a big thing back in 2010 and it got discontinued in 2014. So we'll see if they actually bring this back or not. But
Interesting.
it
I'll
looks
try it if it does. I'm
it
willing to
looks so
try
good.
anything, like whether I think I'll like it or not. I'm the kind of person that will try literally anything. Like my sister was once she was taking a specific diet, and she had this freaking like cauliflower pizza, and I still fucking tried it.
Cauliflower pizza is actually really good.
It was good. I
Don't
was actually surprised. I thought it would be awful, but I tried it anyway. I was like, that's actually pretty good. And, like, I never order it on my pizza, but like, if it was available, I certainly wouldn't turn it down. Um. Anyway, my guess for your number 7 was Popeyes.
Incorrect. In fact, so incorrect that you don't get a point.
All right, I'm not offended by it. I thought I remembered you saying you guys order Popeyes sometimes at some point, but I could be wrong. Could have been KFC for all I know. I
No,
actually
you are right about that. We order Popeyes a lot. We are religiously for Popeyes.
Oh.
However, that being said, it is not readily available, so I don't get a lot. Like, okay, I say we're religiously about like Popeyes, but like we have to be buying Popeyes to actually get it.
I
And
see.
we're just not like the closest one to us is about like I don't know 40 minutes away, and we're not gonna drive 40 minutes out of the way just to go get
Yeah, I
Popeyes.
don't have one near me either, so at least not to my
We
knowledge.
actually before they actually built this one, the closest one was like way on the other side of town, like near this truck stop, and like it was like a I don't even know what they call it. It's like a travel center. So you'll have like a Popeyes, it had a Wendy's, Subway, a Pizza Hut. It's just like a big truck stop, where people like coming into the city would stop and go, on big deliveries and stuff like that. But that was the only place that had Popeye's chicken around us, so that was the only place we could go get it. So when we did get it, it was a really good treat. It was just it's just I don't get it too often now that I don't feel like it belongs on the list anymore because there's so many other options available.
I suppose I think there is a Popeyes near me, but I never go there because I don't. I've only had Popeyes once, and it was again in probably the filthiest city in all of Illinois, Decatur. Sorry if anyone here lives in Decatur, but Decatur literally stinks and smells like dead bodies. And I went to Popeyes there once, and I literally wanted to vomit because it was so bad. But from what I hear,
Horrible.
from what somebody told me, someone else from Illinois told me that the Decatur Popeyes is specifically really bad. So, but the other ones are good. So it could be, but that's the only one I've ever had. So sorry if you put that on your list for me, but that sure as hell ain't on there. Anyway, what was your number 7?
I did.
You did, yeah.
So I did put that on there. I won't tell you where it's at, but I did put that on there. Yeah. So my number 7 is actually Dairy Queen. You used to go there a lot
I earned a
as a
point.
kid. Yeah,
You
yeah.
kind of hinted me off to it, to be fair, though, because you said there was a place you went to specifically for ice cream, but it wasn't an ice cream place.
Actually, that's not the place I was talking
Oh.
about.
Well, I do have another place on here that wait. Oh shit! I forgot to fucking put it on here. Fuck. There's another place I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. I can't earn a point on it, but I was gonna guess Sonic was my other guess
That
for
would have
that.
also been incorrect.
Oh, then yeah. Unless one of the other ones happens to be right, that's not what I was thinking when I put them on here. So
No, so Dairy Queen used to be a place I used to go to a lot. Mainly for their burgers and stuff like that. I don't even know where it's on my list. Um, anyway, sorry. But now I only usually go there for like their chicken strips. Their chicken strip meal. I don't get the ice cream there. For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm highly lactose intolerant now. Wasn't quite a few
yeah,
years ago, but I am now. Um, very, very sad because I can't have
that's
my
very
favorite
sad
foods as
considering milk
much.
is my favorite substance on the planet.
I hate milk,
I
and I
love
think
milk.
that's I genuinely, and I will stand by this until the day I die. I was never lactose intolerant until I stopped drinking milk for like 7 years straight. And then all of a sudden I decided, hey, I want a glass of milk. So I drank the freaking milk, and then my body just rejected it. And then it slowly it like grew to ice cream. Couldn't have ice cream. Anytime I would eat ice cream, my stomach would hurt so bad that I would double over in pain. Then it moved on to cheeses, and I'm like, "Oh my fucking god. I've become lactose intolerant
I
because I stopped
lactose
drinking milk."
intolerance is a nightmare. From like 7 years without milk sounds like some form of torture they'd offer in the Middle East to
I
me.
absolutely hate milk. So, like, anytime I would drink milk, it would be, like, very rare occasions if I was, like, having specific cookies, and it would always have to be sweet milk, so someone would have to dump, like, 6 packs of Sweet and Low in the milk for me to drink it.
Good God,
Um,
I'm just a pure whole milk guy.
I also, like, if you couldn't tell by my sweet milk, I also have a very high sweet tooth. So if I'm drinking like coffee or anything like that, there's like 12 packs of sugar going into that bitch because I just really like sweet stuff.
I do not have a sweet. I know like sweet stuff, but I do not have. I wouldn't say I have a sweet tooth.
Um, but no. So so that's the only thing I actually get from Hardee's. I don't get their blizzards anymore because it upsets my stomach so bad. Um,
Chocolate mean from Dairy Queen.
I mean, yeah, from Dairy Queen.
I
Sorry.
say who gets a blizzard from Hardee's?
Yeah, sorry. But Dairy Queen,
yeah,
shut the
no,
fuck up. I was looking at Hardee's at number 9 on this list, all right?
no,
No,
you're
sorry,
good.
I meant from Dairy Queen. So no, I usually only get their like chicken strips now. Sometimes I'll get like their cake or something, but usually
Their
it's their
cake's pretty
chicken
good.
strips.
I'll give you that. I'm not a big
Their
Dairy Queen
cake is
guy,
pretty
but
good.
the chicken strips are decent, and the cake's pretty good. And obviously their ice cream's pretty good.
You're gonna notice a lot of trends here. The main thing I eat at restaurants or fast food restaurants, actually really anywhere, chicken strips
And
is my
chicken
main
strips are
go-to.
goaded. Like
I try not to stray from the things I know because I am not a very adventurous person when it comes to food.
I
Especially if I'm paying like a lot of money, like at a nice restaurant, I'm not
mm,
gonna like spend a lot of money on something I don't think I'm gonna like. So I just stick with chicken
so
strips.
as weird. I wouldn't say contrary to what I believe, but like I'm gonna have to clarify the difference. I know I said I will try anything. I order the same thing everywhere I go all the time, unless there's something new that comes out that like looks really good. Like for example, uh, at Olive Garden. I was trying to think of somewhere that's not a fast food place, so I can't give away anything for my list. At Olive Garden, I tried. I get these. I've been getting the same thing every time for a decade, which is the 5 cheese ziti. But they recently had this new ravioli. I don't remember the name of, but it comes with like a creamy sauce that's got like some bacon and seasoning, and it looked really good. And I tried it. I'm probably gonna go back to the ziti from now on, but like I tried it, it was pretty good. But most nine like that is one of maybe 2 times in the past decade I've gotten anything other than 5 cheese ziti from Olive Garden. But if somebody else has something and they want to see if I want to try it, I am always gonna say yes.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like if it's me and my mom at the restaurant, she'll always like give me a little piece of hers to try. Vice versa, I do the same thing for
Yeah.
her because sometimes I will, sometimes very rarely change it up. Um, but like usually the places that we go to, I'll take her to like I don't know. We went to Outback Steakhouse recently, um, and I got the shit. What is it called? The bloomin' onion. I got the bloomin' onion because I always just I also like fried onions 'cause fried onions amazing. Um, Grilled onions too are really good. I really wanted to try it, and she didn't get it. She didn't want any of it, but she tried a little piece. And then I think she got, like, some sort of, like, potato thing. I don't even know what it was. It was, like, some loaded potato soup, I think, or something like that, and I tried a little bit of it. But, like, if we're gonna pay, like, $20 for, like, I don't know, a steak or something. I don't like steaks. Let me throw that out there. I'm gonna get all the hate. I absolutely hate steaks because I don't like fatty meats. Um, I did try some steak from her before, but it's, like, rare for me to, like, go out of my comfort zone because 'cause I'm just not a price-wise, I don't wanna pay for something that I'm not gonna like,
Oh yeah, I agree. I
and
will.
secondly,
Go
I
ahead.
don't have the confidence to actually buy something that I don't think I'm gonna like. Okay, let me also preference that like, my confidence is, like, super fucking bad, like, so bad, it took, like, 20 years for me to be able to order my own food, okay? It's that bad. Um, yes, I do order my own food now. I can talk to people now, but I was, like, so shy and, like, I had no confidence that legit, if me and my family would go to the restaurant, my mom would have to order my food for me. That's how bad it was.
No, I totally get it. For, as far as the steak thing goes, I will say, even though I do like steak, I will say it is probably the most overrated meat dish. Has like, and it's good. I just don't feel like it is the king of all meat dishes, like some seem to make it out to be. Like, and it's like it's decent, but I don't see what. But like, I'll say it. I prefer pork chops to steak. I prefer chicken tenders to steak.
Yeah, steak's not
like
my favorite
like
at
I
all.
I like steak. Like and like if I'm at a steakhouse, I'll get a steak, but I'm not gonna be like steak is the best meat to ever exist. Like I'll take a quality burger over a steak most of the time.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me, completely off topic, but, like, that reminds me of the one time that my family wanted to go. I don't know if we were celebrating something or if we just wanted to go out to eat. But it was me, my mom, my sister, and my brother. They all chose to go to Red Lobster.
Hmm. In order a
If you know
steak.
anything about me, if you know anything about me, I have a very strong distaste for seafood.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they had some, I think it was pizza or something. It was like off the kids menu, and so that's why I got to eat with pizza while everybody was enjoying their like
Those biscuits though from
those
Red
biscuits are
Lobster,
amazing.
the biscuits. That's the main course at Red Lobster
I
is them
would
biscuits.
legit I would legit let my mom and my brother and sister legit go back to Red Lobster if they wanted, if they would order me a whole plate of those biscuits, and that would be my dinner for the night. I don't give a fuck. Those biscuits
Exactly.
are amazing.
Those biscuits are so goddamn good.
And you can get like I think she gets like a dozen for like maybe $3 or $4.
That's
Not
so
a
good.
bad deal.
I'm gonna take a
Um,
quick pause real quick because I really have to go to the bathroom. And when we come back, we'll move on to our number sixes.
our
Well, and
okay,
I'm
yes,
mostly gonna jump cut. Like people listening won't have to wait or anything, but just saying. Be right
right.
back.
Okay.
And we're back. I realized like 5 seconds after I click record when you started the episode that I was definitely gonna have to go sometime during the episode, but I didn't realize it was gonna go this long. But I'm kind of glad though because it makes you feel more validated as a podcast. So it is your turn to guess my number six.
You're number 6. This was totally this was a totally out of the box one for me at least. I don't know if you ever had any of these around you or if you currently have any of these around you.
Hmm.
Um, but I went with Five Guys.
That was your guess for me was Five Guys?
With Five Guys, yes.
No, it is not Five Guys. I don't know if I have one near me right now, but I did back in Illinois. We had one. It was decent. I thought it was kind of overhyped a little bit. I never only went there a couple times because it was always like super busy. I never like wanted to go there. Same thing for Chick-fil-A. We were talking about it earlier. One of the reasons I never go is because the Chick-fil-A's I've been to are always have the freaking 30-minute line in the drive-through, and it's just not worth it for me. But same thing for Five Guys. The Five Guys we had was always super busy, so I very rarely got it. But and it was decent. It wasn't bad by any means. Just not a top 10 for me. My number 6 was Sonic. So you can earn another point. I remember you guessed that earlier.
Damn. Okay, so
but
it was on the list.
yeah, so it
Okay,
was on the list.
my legit reasoning was only because you play video games.
And I do love Sonic. Sonic is one of my favorite game franchises, but that has nothing to do with it, really.
That was the only reason I picked it.
I genuinely really like Sonic cheeseburgers. I like to get a double cheeseburger from Sonic. I like it a lot. Um, Another thing that people don't talk about enough with Sonic is the fucking soft pretzel twists with the cheese sauce, with the signature cheese sauce.
Those are good.
Those are so fucking good. As long as they have cheese sauce. If they're out of the cheese sauce because they run out all the time, then don't even bother. And like they're good, but like who eats a fucking soft pretzel dry?
You know what that kind
What?
of makes me want to try?
What's that?
And legit, completely two different restaurants, but I absolutely love Little Caesars jalapeno cheese dip.
I
I
don't think I've had it. Because Shelby
I
doesn't like
kind of
jalapeno or anything spicy, so I never get anything jalapeno.
it's not too spicy. It has just a slight kick.
She doesn't
to it.
like any spicy. She's very like if somebody puts a single one of those flakes from a pizza restaurant on their pizza, she won't eat that whole slice. Even if you take this thing off, she won't even eat it because of the residue. Like she's very anti-spicy. I'm
Oh,
actually really good with spicy, as Whitney knows, but Shelby doesn't like it, so we don't really tend to get spicy stuff that often. But anyway,
I like it. I like it. But I would love to try this pretzel twist with that cheese sauce.
maybe. I love their tater tots. I like to get the tater tots with the cheese slice on it.
Oh, I
Um,
love their poppers. Their
and
poppers are amazing.
one thing this is going to be the most people probably will not have any idea what I'm talking about, but hopefully there's somebody out there that knows exactly what I'm talking about. They used to have back in 2014. I had these all the time because I worked at Sonic at the time. That was my first job, was at Sonic. They had cheesecake bites. They're fried cheesecake bites. It was cheesecake, like little cubes of cheesecake, and a breading, like the same type of breading you put on like nuggets or something. And they fry it. It was so fucking good. It was a limited time thing, and they've never brought it back. And it is the biggest shame in the world because I love those. I ordered them every day that I worked there. They were super good. Like the inside would still be like the cold cheesecake, but the outside would be like a nice warm soft breading, and I loved it. But they never brought it back. It
Jealous.
was so good. I like every time anybody brings up Sonic, I'm always like bring back the cheesecake bites. You can ask Shelby if you ever meet Shelby without context, be like what like just bring up Sonic and ask her my thoughts on Sonic. She will mention my desire for the cheesecake bites to come back, even though it's been
That
9 years.
sounds absolutely delicious. The only cheesecake thing that I know that Sonic even has now is like what is it? There's their cheesecake blast shake thing.
Yeah, the blast, and that is good too. Don't get me wrong. I like their blasts. I like their desserts. Um, I like a lot of things from Sonic. But and I still go there all the time. I have one right down the street, and I like on the app you can order, and they'll start making the food then and there, and you can come pick it up. So I order it like 10 minutes before we close for lunch. I drive over there, pick it up right away. Get myself a double cheeseburger, some cheesy tots, and a pretzel twist, and a large drink, and it is, mwah.
This episode is making me so hungry.
I know I'm getting hungry too, just because I'm talking about this. But
Oh
yeah,
my god.
I really like. We're really now getting into the ones that I'm like, yes, these are my favorites. Like those bottom four, kind of pretty much could be interchangeable. They're ones that I like, but I don't really go to very often. These are like my places, starting here at number 6 with Sonic. Um, but anyways, for your number 6, I had for your number 6, I had Jimmy John's.
Incorrect.
Damn.
That is incorrect. Very good guess, because Jimmy John's is actually really good.
It is.
But no. My number 6 is actually Burger King.
I almost put that on your list, but I didn't. I'm yeah, and go on why you like Burger King. I'll give my opinion once you're done with yours.
So Burger King, I absolutely love their Whoppers. Their Whoppers are like one of my top favorite things there, and I'll always get a Whopper with either onion rings, French fries, or um, I will get an extra side with like jalapeno. They're like jalapeno popper cheddar bite things, and I will always either put the onion rings or the jalapeno poppers, or sometimes both because they're both really good, on top of the Whopper. And it is just a really good, delicious combination, especially if you get like a jalapeno popper and put it on there, even by itself. It's so fucking good. But they also have like really good deals, really, really good deals.
Yeah.
Especially, I think on Wednesday, I think you can get like a Whopper for $1. So.
Interesting. For me, I guess out there the most heinous thing for any fast food lover to ever, or one of the most heinous things a fast food lover could ever say, that might get me immediately written off from the fast food fan community. If that is such a thing with the fast food fandom, I've never had a Whopper from Burger King, but I've
So
not.
you know that thing I said earlier? Yeah. So we're gonna just go ahead and make that happen with all
Yeah,
these foods
yeah.
that you have never eaten.
I will say I've been meaning to try it for so long. I don't really go to Burger King that often, or if I do, I tend to chicken out and just get the chicken fries. I like their chicken fries. They're just like perfectly dippable into ketchup, and I don't know. I like to eat the kitchen fries. I have to take like big bites though. If you take small bites of chicken fries, what are you fucking doing? Um, but the chicken fries are good. I also like their onion rings. Their onion rings are good. I'm not a huge fan of like their regular cheeseburgers. They're too fucking small. Um, and this is just not regular. But again, I haven't had a Whopper, and I know it's different. And my brother swears by the Whopper, so I've been meaning to try it for a long time. I need to get it with cheese. I don't know why there's no cheese on the Whopper by default. Um, like I can't have any burger without cheese on it. But I know you can or just say Whopper with cheese and get one, so it's not that big of a deal. But I've been meaning to try one, and I'll probably try it with onion rings on it. Now that you mentioned that part, that sounds really fucking good. Even though I don't even know what a
Oh,
Whopper tastes like, but having onion rings on a burger sounds good.
okay. So there's two combinations. A Whopper, with cheese is good. Honestly, a Whopper's the only burger I never eat with cheese. It's weird
Really
to say, but I don't eat it with cheese. Um, it's just that good by itself. So anyway, a Whopper with cheese is a good option. Whopper with onion rings is a good option. Now, if you try a Whopper with onion rings and barbecue sauce on it, that's where you need it. I think they have like a sweet barbecue sauce because they have like a southern style burger there. I forget what burger it is, but they have like a southern style burger there that they put onion rings and like barbecue sauce on. It's so fucking delicious. But if you put that on a Whopper, it just raises the bar a
Hmm.
little bit higher for a Whopper.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'm not for a place called Burger King. I kind of really just don't care for their burgers at all. But again, I haven't had a Whopper, which I know is like their top thing. Um, I know that's their big item. They're equivalent to another piece of food that we'll talk about later uh in this podcast. Um, not that it's the same thing, but you know they're equivalent to it in a way. Um, yeah, so Burger King isn't like horrible. It's never a place I really go to of my own volition. Typically, Shelby likes to go there because she loves their chicken fries. And chicken nuggets. She's a big nugget lover. Don't be wrong, I like chicken nuggets too. I'm not a huge fan of the Burger King ones. But the chicken fries are pretty good, even though I'm pretty sure it's the same meat. Just the way I don't know. It's a weird thing, even though they're the same thing. I'm sure.
Right. No, I completely understand.
And
It's
maybe it's
it's
the bread to chicken ratio. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really like their chicken sandwiches that much.
Yeah, I think like the fact that there's more breading on the chicken fry compared to the amount of chicken that's in it in comparison to like a nugget or a chicken sandwich. There's a lot like the fact that it's like 50-50 between breading and chicken. That way, since it's so thin, maybe that's what it is because I don't really like the chicken that much. So
Yeah.
it's mostly the breading. Probably that's probably what I want. Um, yeah, that's probably why. Anyway, we should probably get this moving. We're taking forever. Um, what did you have for your number 5 for me? Or for my number
So
5? Your guess for my number 5, I should say.
this is where I get into trouble because you mentioned it. I put Popeyes.
Nope.
And
uh, yeah, that is not my
I
number 5.
I know I got that so fucking
Yeah,
wrong.
no,
And
it is not.
I think it was because you mentioned Popeyes and absolutely hating it because we have talked about Popeyes before.
Yeah,
And
I feel
I
like
feel
we
like
probably
I
have.
got it mixed up because I couldn't remember what you were saying about Popeyes, and that's why I put it on the list.
Gotcha.
And it was that you hated Popeyes. Oh my
No,
god.
for my number 5, I put Subway. Um,
Okay.
Anybody who knows me will be shocked that it's so low because I go to Subway all the time, probably more than any other thing on this list. Subway I go to, and I like Subway. I love Subway. That's why as I said, everything from number 6 and up I love. Um, but it's not that I dislike it, and I technically do by definition dislike it more than these other ones. It's just I go there so often because, well, one, I know the people that run it. They're always super nice to me, and I get a free cookie every time I go. Um, it's also like really filling. I go there when I'm at work. That's specifically like the honestly the only time I go to Subway when I'm at work because I get super hungry when I'm working, and that like getting a foot long fills me up. I get a it's pretty basic, but ever since I was like 11, I've been getting the same sandwich. I'm 25 now, by the way, just to give you an idea of how long I've been doing this. I've been getting the same sandwich, and I haven't changed it since I was probably like 13. I did have one other sandwich I'd occasionally try when I was really young, but now it's like a bit too much of a sharp cheese taste. For that other one, I don't even remember what I put on it, but the sandwich I get is pretty simple. It's a foot long on Italian with a shit ton of turkey, some American cheese, a light layer of pickles, just like 5 or 6 pickles, just enough to have them going across the sandwich, and a shit ton of mayonnaise. Like it's mostly turkey and mayonnaise that make up the sandwich. Like just stuff that bitch with turkey and mayonnaise
So
and some cheese and a little bit of pickle.
when you're ordering the sandwich, what the fuck do you tell them? You just be like, "Hey, can you
And
just slather that mayo?"
I know technically, if you want the honest answer, I don't say anything. They see my car like at the stoplight on the street, and they already start making the sandwich. If I'm being honest, like that's not even a joke. It's actually true. They start making the sandwich as soon as they see my car. They know my car. Um, and I go there
That's
that
amazing.
often. They recognize my car when it's out on the street, and they can tell I'm coming to Subway. So they're like halfway done by the time I walk inside. But yeah, I basically tell them I'm like, all right, turkey and some more turkey, and then we'll get some American cheese. Get a light layer of pickles, just 5 or 6 pickles to go across the sandwich, and then cake that fucking bitch in mayonnaise. Like I don't want to see the rest of the fucking sandwich underneath this mayonnaise. And yeah, so that's how I pretty much order. Maybe with a few less vulgarities, because they're they are older than me. They're all in like their 40s or 50s, and I am in my work uniform after all. Whenever I go,
Okay,
that's basically what I say. It's just like cover that thing in mayonnaise.
I just want to say, I don't know who's listening, who's watching on YouTube, who's doing whatever. I really need to reach out to the artist community to animate what he just said. Because I swear to God, I feel like there's some type of cartoon scene. You just kick that in the mayonnaise.
Yeah, cake that bitch with mayonnaise. That's another thing to ask Shelby, and she's like, just ask her how much mayonnaise I put on my Subway sandwich. She'll just respond by widening her eyes.
By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and preference because I know a lot of y'all are probably slightly confused by who the hell Shelby is.
Oh yeah, that's my wife, by the way.
That's Jesse's wife. I know. I realized that like the first time you said her name, and I'm like, I don't think they're gonna
I'm
know.
so used to it being on my channel where we talk about her a lot more often. And this is literally the first episode of this. On most of these platforms, people have never heard of us before. So
You know, we talk about Shelby so often. I'm surprised that we don't pull her into like a video or two every once in a while.
yeah, she's just a very busy person, and she's not very big into video games. That's what most of our stuff goes on. We'll probably have her on the podcast at some point, for something. Maybe when you do a Disney themed thing, she'd probably join in.
Oh,
We can have her as a
yes,
guest for that.
definitely. She would absolutely love that. Disney is so amazing.
We're all three of us would be major Disney nuts, Disnerds as they call them.
Disney.
But anyway, my guess for you for number 5 was Subway, which I know you already said. So
Yeah. Yes, my Subway was way low on the list. No, actually, my number 5 is McDonald's.
that's another point for me. I was like, who doesn't have McDonald's on that list? Honestly, like you're just lying to yourself if McDonald's isn't on this list.
So I usually get the same thing every time I go to McDonald's.
10-piece McNugget.
Regardless. 20-piece chicken nugget meal. Okay, so it's between 3 things, really. Let's be realistic. It's between 3 different meals. I either always get a 20-piece chicken nugget meal. I always either get a Big Mac meal, or I'll usually like order 2 cheeseburgers, a medium fry.
That is so close to the same 3 meals I order. We'll get to that in a minute. Like, it is so close.
I have recently added a 4th to my orders though. Just because I use the mobile app, and this is only if I'm ordering through the mobile app. And if I'm sharing food with somebody else.
I feel like I know what it's gonna be.
For me, they offer me a 20-piece chicken nugget with 2 of any size fries for free. So I usually grab that deal, and I'll like split the chicken nuggets, and we'll each get like a large fry.
I thought you meant like another major menu item. And it was gonna be like the quarter pounder, because I got it just because it came in a combo meal with it.
No, it's just like a deal in the mobile app that they give me.
I too use the mobile app.
Yeah, it's weird though, because it's weird if you like look at somebody else's mobile app. They'll get like different deals. So my mom will never get this deal, and it's always only on my phone. So I like rack up my points. I have like over like 3,600 right now just from ordering this one meal.
Yeah.
Every time. They never take it away either. It's like every day they refresh it, like it expires after a day, but they refresh it and they give it to me again. I'm like, okay.
I've recently one that I've been doing for myself a lot is there's a deal I can get a 25-cent double cheeseburger or 6-piece McNugget with the purchase of another. So like I'll straight up just get a double cheeseburger in a 10-piece or a 6-piece nugget. As a deal for like, you get them together for like $4 or $5.
Sometimes I'll get just like a 20-piece chicken nugget, but they used to have this deal where it was like you buy a 10-piece and you get a free 10-piece. And I used to use that
way
a
back
lot.
when.
Yeah, way back when. They don't give me that deal.
You remember the a couple years ago they had the 25 days of Christmas where there was something for $1 every day.
Yes.
And they had the $1 Big Mac. That was
so good.
Spoiler alert, we're gonna get more into McDonald's later on in this podcast.
We really are. Guess I'm okay, so this is not sponsored at all. McDonald's is not sponsored.
This is literally our first episode. How do we have sponsors? We do not have sponsors.
I do want to say though, when you do sign up for the McDonald's app, I really encourage everybody who really loves McDonald's to sign up for the
Yeah,
app
yeah,
if they
you
have it, because
definitely.
they give you a free Big Mac. They
Yeah,
give you a free Big Mac when you
that's
sign up.
literally the whole
So
reason I installed it in the first place years ago.
exactly, why not? Why not do it? And then you get like after 6,000 points, you get a free Big Mac again.
Yeah,
So every 6,000 points, you get a free Big Mac. And honestly, it's not a bad deal,
yeah.
especially if you like just want like something
Michigan's.
like a little snack. You can use your points, and I think
Hmm.
it's like 1,500 to get like a small snack, and
Yeah,
it's not bad,
that's where that's
honestly.
like that's. Oh wait, you earn a point for every cent you spend. So like 100 points for
Yeah,
every dollar. So literally, if you spend $15 there, you already got your point way to a small snack.
exactly, exactly.
But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off here for the McDonald's part, just cause I don't think it's like considering what I said, how everybody has to have this on their top 10 list. Spoiler, it's on my list somewhere. So we'll be back to talk about McDonald's in a little bit. Um, that was your number 5, right? It was McDonald's.
Yes.
Just making sure I'm in the right spot. I hope the sound of me playing with my freaking bottle cap isn't picking up. What was your guess for my number 4?
So your number 4 is something that we've already talked about. Um, Firehouse subs.
Oh, okay. So you already earned your point on that one.
Yeah.
Um, that's spoiler alert. That's not my number 4. My number 4 is Jimmy John's. Right after Subway, it's Jimmy John's. It's my favorite
Okay.
sub place. I will throw out there. I've never been to Jersey Mike's, so I can't speak on my opinion of Jersey Mike's. Never been there. But Jimmy John's. Apparently, I just recently found out. Apparently, some people find Jimmy John's to be awful. Like it's got somewhat of a bad reputation with certain crowds. I did not know that. I love Jimmy John's. Like I will get like the giant 18-inch sandwich of basically the same thing that I get from Subway, but with provolone cheese instead.
Their sandwiches are
Um,
good. I like their Italian. I forget what it is exactly, but I like their Italian sandwich. Honestly, I think that one has prosciutto on it, and I think that was my first time ever trying prosciutto was actually at Jimmy John's.
my sandwich is technically a turkey tom with no lettuce, no tomato, extra mayo, easy pickle, extra turkey. That is how you
See,
technically have to order it.
that sounds absolutely delicious. I'm
But
not like a huge turkey person when it comes to like sandwiches. Like I love clubs. Don't get me wrong.
that's
I
pretty much
absolutely
the
love like
only
clubs,
time
but
I have turkey is on sandwiches.
I don't know. I prefer ham or like salami over turkey.
My dad's a ham person. He prefers ham as well. But I love turkey on sandwiches.
I blame. I absolutely 100% blame Thanksgiving and Christmas because we always have turkey, and I get so sick of it.
That's weird.
So I feel like that's why I absolutely just don't like turkey that much anymore.
At my mom's house for Thanksgiving we have turkey, and at my dad's we have ham, so I have them equally. Same thing for Christmas. Turkey at my mom's house, ham at my dad's. So I have
Oh,
like a
we make
perfect
turkey
balance.
and ham. Yeah, we make turkey and ham every year for both for both Christmas and
My
Thanksgiving.
some members of my dad's side of the family just aren't really big fans of turkey, but they all love ham. Don't get me wrong, I really like I eat like off of sandwiches. I definitely prefer ham to turkey. Like but on sandwiches is where turkey shines for me more than any other meat. Um, yeah. Also, the freaking cookies at Jimmy John's, like the freaking chocolate. The I think it was like triple chocolate chunk. I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Oh
Uh,
goodness.
anyway, before I start craving Jimmy John's, even though I don't have one within 30 minutes of me anymore, it used to be right across the street back when I lived in Illinois, right across the street from my job. So I went there all the time. And I would eat the entire 18-inch sandwich in like 15 minutes.
Oh
Um,
man, I know. When I used to
that's
work
stuff
at
my
this
face.
furniture store, so for people who don't know me, I used to work at a furniture store and I would order in all the time. So I would have food delivered to me all the time. Jimmy John's was like right there, just a little off the side of the road from the store. And so I would get Jimmy John's all the time, and I would send Jesse pictures of my Jimmy John's orders just to make him jealous.
Yeah, oh, I missed you. I did have it finally the other day, or the other day, a month ago. But it feels like the other day, whenever I had to take Shelby to a doctor's appointment, and there was a Jimmy. Just she never told me this, but there was a Jimmy John's right there in the same fucking, like, it was in like a strip mall. The doctor's office was, as weird as that sounds, but at the other end of the strip mall was a fucking Jimmy John's. And I was like, bitch, we're going to fucking Jimmy John's. I drove you here. I made a 45-minute drive to your doctor's appointment. I get a Jimmy John's. I haven't had Jimmy John's in a year. I get Jimmy John's now.
I get Jimmy John's.
And
That's
she was
the
like,
deal.
that's fine. I was like, yeah, that's the deal. I went over a year without my number 4 on this list. I was suffering. I was scratching at the neck, foaming at the mouth for Jimmy John's.
I was going through withdrawal. I need some Jimmy
Yeah.
John's. Oh my god.
Anyway, my number 4 for you was KFC.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
So my number 4 was actually Wendy's.
Okay. Wait. Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah, you already told me I got the point for that one. Okay.
Yeah. So Wendy's, I absolutely love their like spicy pretzel bacon pub sandwich. It is so freaking good. I also really like their pub fries and their Baconator fries. So no matter what, if I go to Wendy's, I'm always upsizing those fries to pub fries or Baconator fries. Pub fries over Baconator fries, but pub fries is usually like a seasonal thing. But they keep Baconator fries there year round. So it just depends what they have there at the time. But they also have some spicy chicken nuggets, which I don't like spicy things a lot, but
Their spicy nuggets are
chicken,
good.
their spicy chicken nuggets are so delicious. And like I find spicy chicken sandwiches from like fast food restaurants really aren't that spicy, but they taste really freaking good.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love those from Wendy's. And I kind of really want that spicy pretzel bacon pub sandwich now.
Did you ever try the Great Italian Mozz? I think it was called.
I did not.
The freaking cheeseburger with the fucking giant mozzarella stick patty. It was good. It was good. I loved that.
Did not. I don't really like mozzarella sticks too much.
Oh, then you won't like it. It is entirely dependent on you liking mozzarella sticks, but I loved it.
I like mozzarella sticks when they're like super, 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 super fresh and like super piping hot. I just feel like mozzarella sticks cool down way, way, way too fast for me to like get through them.
That's understandable.
So it makes me hate them. Just because they cool down so fast and they don't taste good once they're cold.
Yeah.
So I don't really like mozzarella sticks too much. Like they have to be like right out of the oven. I prefer mozzarella sticks when I'm at home because they're like right out the oven. I can just pop them in my mouth. Burn my mouth, but I can pop them in my mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that would hurt like hell, especially with how like rough the breading is on mozzarella sticks usually.
Okay, that brings up a good point.
Someone and the inside tends to be the hot, which isn't that rough. But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So speaking of hurting, that brings up a valid point. So someone had once said that a good pizza will cure anything, okay? You could literally break somebody's phone, but if you open up a pizza box and like give them a whole pizza, like a whole fresh pizza, like right out of the oven pizza, they won't think twice about that broken phone. They will go straight in and eat that pizza. A fresh pizza out of the oven is over 200 degrees. Okay? The human mouth can only stand 100 and something degrees before it's like physically burned. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck. If you see a pizza fresh, hot out of the oven, you're going into that fucking pizza. And you're going to have 200 fucking degrees. 100 degrees more than your mouth can physically handle before it starts to blister.
Yeah.
Because that pizza looks so damn good.
I take the first bite. I would, to be honest.
I would too. I've done it before. I've burnt my mouth on a hot cheese pizza just right out the oven at Little Caesars. Actually, kind of funny. At Little Caesars, I've ordered I was like, "Hey, I want a cheese pizza, but you have to make it fresh. Like it has to be hot right now."
Also, I'm gonna throw out there. We are currently at an hour 14 minutes. Before this, I was like, man, I hope we can stretch this podcast. Like, I hope this content's enough to fit 30 minutes.
Yeah,
you're at over an hour. I'm like, okay. Because I was like, I feel like a podcast has to be at minimum 30 minutes to be worthwhile. So I was hoping to go for more like an hour, but like a minimum 30 minutes. And
I
yeah,
don't
no,
think I have an issue.
we're gonna have no issue. We're gonna like at least with this one.
um,
What was your number 3 for me?
so my number 3 for you was Chipotle.
No, it is incorrect. Number 3. This one, I feel like you might not have thought of as fast food, but like when you think about it, it absolutely is. My number 3 is Auntie Anne's pretzels.
I did not think of
I
that
didn't
as
think of it either
fast
until I saw it
food.
on the list, and I was like, no, that is absolutely fast food. It's just not really the type of food you really think of for fast food. And I love Auntie Anne's pretzels. Especially this is where my where the one place I will say I have a sweet tooth. And even though I get like this the salted pretzel, I get the sweet glazed dip for the
You
pretzel.
do. Oh my god, I should have fucking known that because you
This
came down for my birthday
Yes,
and we
yeah, when we were
literally
at the
stopped at
mall.
that.
When we were at the mall, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we went to Auntie Anne's. I got the sweet glazed dip. The sweet glazed dip is so fucking good. And don't get me wrong, the nacho cheese dip is good too. But the sweet glazed dip is so fucking goated. The pretzels, the pretzel nuggets, the cinnamon pretzels, the sugared pretzels. I love Auntie Anne's. That is anytime I go to the mall, that is a must. Is to go to Auntie Anne's.
I can't believe I forgot about that. You straight
I
up came down for my birthday and we went to Auntie Anne's.
yeah.
Oh my god. You know what? That's okay. That was my first time trying it too.
Oh really?
It was, and so I brought my brother to the mall one day, and this was when he wanted to go to I forget I don't know what the name of this store is, and I'm not gonna remember for the life of me, but basically, it's imports from Japan and China and things like that. So it's
Yeah.
like a lot of like I'm not gonna say weird stuff, but like a lot of stuff that you typically wouldn't find in
Yeah.
a store. So like Japanese snacks and things like that. And that's
Yeah.
where I actually found
Is it
that's where I
box
found the
lunch?
no, I don't think so.
I'm trying to think of places. But anyway, keep
Well,
going.
because they also have like novelty stuff. Like they carry, for example, Good Guy cereal. They carry Good Guy cereal.
Interesting. I feel
And
like I
I
know what
said
you're
I
talking about, but I just don't know.
but he
Anyway.
wanted to go there. The point being he wanted to go there, so I was like, "Hey, it's just like maybe 3 or 4 stores down from Auntie Anne's because they actually have 2 Auntie Anne's in that mall, I found out. So I was like, "Hey, you wanna get a pretzel or something?" And he's like, "I've never had it before." So I bought him a pretzel. Um, so he got to try it too for the first time at that mall. I just can't believe I couldn't remember that was your favorite thing. Damn it.
Yeah. But it's we're all good. But my guess for number 3 for you, so we've already said McDonald's.
Incorrect. My number 3 is actually Taco Bell.
Hmm.
My number 3 is Taco Bell.
I already earned my point for that one, but yeah.
So the one thing I always get at Taco Bell is their box. No matter what box that they have, it's what I get. So I guess in a way, I know earlier I said I'm not really adventurous and I don't really try different things. I mean, in a way, I kind of do it at Taco Bell
Yeah,
because
even what's in
their
the box
box is never the same.
changes.
Um, but when I really, really, really just want a crunch wrap, I will order their deluxe box. Their deluxe cravings box. And they actually don't sell those anymore at their stores. You can only get those through the mobile app. So if you guys want a deluxe cravings box, which you build your own box, you put whatever you want in there. You would have to order it through their online section on their mobile app. And it will stay online exclusive. That's where you go and find it. And you can build it any way you want. Usually, I get a Crunchwrap Supreme, a 5-layer burrito, their chips and nacho cheese sauce, and a Pepsi, and it only comes out to like $5.25 or something like that. So it's like a very
Hmm.
cheap box, and you get what you want, how you want it. So it's not bad. I absolutely love Taco Bell.
You remember when the episode started and I said there was something I was waiting on you to say that I knew would be on your list and I was gonna judge you harshly for it, even though I don't mean it?
Yeah, the Taco Bell.
Yeah, it was absolutely Taco Bell. Taco Bell is fucking trash. I fucking hate Taco Bell.
I
I
love
know
Taco
I
Bell.
said there were those couple things I like, but everything else that I've tried so far is fucking trash. And I also want to overreact for the sake of entertainment. Taco Bell's fucking trash, fucking worthless. Should close down for business 50 fucking years ago.
Hey guys,
There is
it,
one there. I will throw it there. Taco Bell is not my least favorite fast food place. There is one other place that takes that crown that you have not mentioned yet. So we'll
ooh,
see if by the end of the
interesting.
video, if you haven't guessed it, I will unveil what it is. I have it on good authority that it is likely not on your list. I'd be very shocked, based off of other things that you have said, and you'll see why once I unveil what it is. But I want to wait till we get to the end just to be safe.
Okay, okay. Um, for anybody watching on YouTube or anybody listening, I don't know if you can leave comments on podcasts, but
No, but you can on
anybody,
YouTube.
but anybody watching on YouTube, if you want Jesse to try a crunch wrap from Taco Bell, leave a comment down below his video.
Taco Bell fucking sucks.
Also leave a like on his video, and the more likes he gets, I don't even know.
If I can get to, I'll say if I can get to 10 likes,
Yeah, if we
I
could,
will order a crunch wrap immediately the next day. If I have a Taco Bell nearby, I don't remember.
yeah, we'll get him Taco Bell.
I don't know when this is going up yet either, so we'll have to think about that.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah,
10 likes, and we'll get him a crunch wrap.
and we'll talk about it on the podcast if it happens. So
Exactly. Yes. We won't
so
leave you hanging. We will reveal podcast people.
so what did you
um,
have for my number 2?
so interestingly enough, your number 2 I had as Jimmy John's.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so you earn a point for Jimmy John's. Okay. Okay, so you're at 3 points now. It is 5-3. Um, I am kind of worried because my number one is I don't remember if you've said it for me or not, and I'm worried you have it as my number one and that you're gonna pass me at the very end.
I'm
Because
gonna
you earned
pass
three
you at the
points.
end.
But my number 2 is Wendy's. Wait, did you say Wendy's already? Shit. You said Wendy's, didn't you?
Yeah,
For
I
me.
said Wendy's.
So you earned
Yeah.
another fucking point. That's 4 points. It's 5-4, so it's really fucking close now.
Damn.
Random. Okay, just to refresh, just to ease my mind, what did you have for my guesses from 10 to now? Just it doesn't matter the
Um,
order, just like so I know whether my number one's in there or not.
Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Sonic's, Wendy's, Five Guys, Popeyes, Firehouse, Chipotle, and Jimmy John's.
Shit, it's not in there. Okay. Anyway, my number 2 was Wendy's. We'll get to number 1 when we get there. Uh, Also, again, while I've got to do this, what was your number 10 to number 2 for your list?
For me,
Yeah.
Cookout, Hardee's, Subway, Dairy Queen, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, and Culver's. Oh,
Okay, so
sorry.
my guess for your number 1 also isn't on there. So
Wait, interesting.
my
So,
guess for your number 1 has not been said yet. So either it's not on there at all or it's your number 1. So this is going to be interesting. But before we get there, my number 2 is Wendy's. I didn't say much during her saying Wendy's because I wanted to save it for mine. I absolutely like Wendy's. To me, has the best cheeseburger in the game. When it comes to the actual
you
meat
cut out.
patty,
Hey.
but
You cut out for a second there. I
oh,
don't know if you cut out on your end.
it's probably through Discord, but I know at least I hope it was. Um, but Wendy's has the best, like in terms of the meat patty, at least in and of itself. Wendy's has the best cheeseburger in the fucking game. Um, like it is so good. I love the cheeseburger. I just have to be in the right. I have to be like really hungry because it's very filling for me. But getting a double cheeseburger from Wendy's, so good. Their nuggets are also good. Their fries are really good. Um, I like their frosties, and but the cheeseburger, like just the meat patty in and of itself, the squares because they don't cut corners, and the Wendy's Twitter account back in the day when it first started being really socially aware.
Oh my god, that Twitter
but
account was amazing.
yeah,
They legitimately told
they
Burger King that they were not interested in the frozen beef kingdom, and I fucking died.
like somebody would be like, "Hey, Wendy's, can you show me where I can get a Big Mac?" And they respond with a trash can. Like
The trash can.
they was like, "Hey, Wendy's, can you roast me? Why don't you get one of your 23 followers to roast you?" Like when that was back before before it became a trend for everybody to try to be socially aware on their company social media accounts. Like Wendy's was a pioneer in that. That has nothing to do with my putting it in number two, but it is still a fun note. But like the Wendy's cheeseburger, when it comes to like just like actual like if I'm wanting to go to a fast food place and get an actual good burger, I feel like it's actually a good quality burger. Wendy's is my go-to place. Um, that was what I was saving. I wanted to save that for mine. I suppose when we talked about Whitney's Wendy's listing. Um, anyway, so for my guess for your number two, I had Dairy Queen, which I know you've already said, so I don't earn a point for that one. Yeah, I already earned my point, I should say.
So, this is the one where I only go to get ice cream. It's a place called Culver's. I don't know
Mm,
if you've ever
yeah,
had any of them.
yeah. I
Okay,
don't know. I don't think there's one near me now, but there was back in Illinois. I had one. I actually just went there back in January.
so the only thing I ever get there is their vanilla custard with black raspberries and almond slivers. It's absolutely
Let's see.
amazing, and it's actually the only thing, ice cream wise, because it's more well custard wise. Technically, it's a custard. It doesn't upset my stomach, so I can like get the biggest one I want, and it doesn't hurt me. So
Nice.
that's why Culver's is like my second favorite place because I don't get too much ice cream anymore
That was
unless I
not my
go.
number one guess for you either, by the way. So it still hasn't been stated.
Interesting, interesting.
I
Um,
honestly, I didn't know you would like. I didn't know Culver's existed around here, so I thought it was like a. I thought it was maybe just a regional chain, but yeah, we do have
no,
Culver's
it's
back home at
actually
least.
legitimately right next door to the furniture store I used to work at.
Neat.
So that's where I've never actually had Culver's until then. The first time I ever actually had their custard. For me, custard was a little off-putting because it is made with I think egg whites or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I have no idea what it's
it,
made of, but
it just it just kind of threw me for a loop, and I kind of thought that was kind of disgusting. I didn't want anything to do with it. I'm like eggs and dessert don't go like what? Um, but my coworker one day was like adamant that I needed to try it. So he went to Culver's and he said like anytime he fills out the receipt and like gives it back to him, they give him a free ice cream or whatever. So he got one and that was what he ordered me was vanilla custard with black raspberries and some almond slivers. He's like, "You got to try this because I got this for you, so you're gonna try it." And I tried it and it was actually really freaking delicious. So that was my first experience of Culver's, and I'm hooked on their custard. I did try their burger. I will say I did try one of their burgers. I was not that impressed.
yeah.
I
Was
don't
it the
know if it was.
Butterburger?
I don't remember what burger it was. I think it was just honestly just a cheeseburger, but I don't know if it was because they didn't really make it right or if it was just like because it was thrown together. It just kind of looked sloppy. It didn't really taste that good. I feel like they were also really busy that day, so I just want to put it to like maybe they were busy, but I think it was made wrong and we did need to go get it fixed. And they were, like, really rude about it, but I wanna chalk that up to it they were extremely busy that day, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one day I'll try Culver's again. Maybe if you come up here, we'll go to
Yeah.
Culver's or something. I don't
So,
know.
from my experience with Culver's, was from my experience with Culver's, I don't go there much anymore. Obviously, I don't think there's one around me. If there is, I didn't realize it. But the back home when I lived in Illinois, when I was in my teens, I was in a bowling league, and we would go to Culver's a lot afterwards. I don't even remember what I got, other than I got a kids meal for like, or at least when I was like in my early teens, I'd get a kids meal because it was cheap and I could get free custard with it. And I didn't eat a lot at the time. I was very, very underweight. I'm still somewhat underweight, but not really anymore. But I was like, like doctors were concerned level of underweight. I didn't eat much. I would just get a kid's meal and eat the custard. And I remember liking the custard. I would get like a chocolate one with some like fucking Butterfinger sprinkle on it, like crumbled up Butterfinger. And I like that as a kid. It's a little too chocolatey for me now, but um, and then until when I was in high school, I decided after I saw it out there, I ran varsity cross country in high school, and after the hardest freaking run meet of the year, I decided to immediately go and decide now's the time to try a freaking double butter burger from, from Culver's. And spoiler alert, you're not supposed to fucking do that, and I got very sick. And I never went back until this past January. Because like I got so sick from that the first time I'd ever had a butter burger. I got a double butter burger, and I got extremely sick because you're not supposed to have something like that. Especially spoiler alert, butter burgers have a ton of butter on them, and that's not good for you in that situation. And yeah, so I kind of couldn't really bring myself to go back until recently. I went back, and it was all right. It was decent. I didn't have any custard, but the food was okay. All right, but that brings us down to the final, our number one picks. This has me really worried because I'm pretty sure you probably got it right. What did you have for number one for me?
I absolutely 100% did not get it right.
What'd you have? Was it Culver's?
So, no. So, for your number one, I also went out of the box, like super, like 180 out of the box, kind of
Oh,
like I did with
really?
Five Guys, and I put Raising Cane's because I wasn't sure if
Oh,
you'd have ever tried it or
I
not.
have not. I've heard of it, but I've never had it. There's not Raising Cane's. I've heard of it. I watched somebody else make a fast food tier list once, and they liked it. They just called it Cane's, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Um, no, I have not. But what should probably come as a surprise to nobody who's familiar with fast food in any way, shape, or form, my number one's fucking McDonald's. um,
I should have probably put that, but I
as
did
I was
not.
so worried you were gonna put McDonald's as number one because I was like, it's got to be on the list, like right? Like everybody has to have McDonald's somewhere on there. I know, like if unless people like really don't like fast food, in which case then they hate McDonald's because McDonald's is the epitome of fast food. Like, when do you think fast food place? You think McDonald's, and I think it's for good reason. One, the best chicken nuggets on the entire planet Earth.
Will agree with that.
Like the chicken nuggets are superior to any other chicken nugget in existence. You could hire a freaking $1 million chef from Italy or France, and they would not be able to beat McDonald's on chicken nuggets. It's impossible. Um, Two, Big Mac is the best fast food burger in existence. And I mean that as different than what I said about the Wendy's burger. Wendy's burger is like a good quality burger. When I want a good trash burger that just tastes good and is full of unhealthy and is gonna give me diabetes, that's where the Big Mac comes in. the Big Mac comes in as the perfect trash burger. It is so good. The freaking mac sauce. I know it's just Thousand Island dressing, but it's delicious. And
I hadn't known that until like recently. That's just like Thousand Island dressing.
yeah,
Like
but
what?
I don't care. It is so fucking good. And the only complaints I have is I tend to put way too much fucking lettuce. Like this like I like having the lettuce on there is good, but like it's sitting in a pool of lettuce whenever I open the box. At least for me it is. But like on the right side they're not skimping out on the lettuce. And like I love the Big Mac, and I always either get nuggets, a Big Mac, or a double cheeseburger instead of two cheeseburgers. That's why I said you were super fucking close to get the same thing as me. Um,
So,
Double cheeseburger instead of two individual cheeseburgers. And the fries are delicious. I like their milkshakes. Sprite is objectively better from McDonald's than from anywhere else for some reason. As long as the ice cream machine is working, I should say their desserts are good. I love the egg McMuffin for breakfast. Egg McMuffin is the goated some people say McGriddle. No, fuck the McGriddle. It's the Egg McMuffin. Is the king of fast food breakfast, and their hash browns also really good. I like has like well the Wendy's double cheeseburger might be the best quality fast food thing I have. McDonald's has like the fast food part of it down. Like it knows it's trash, but it is the perfect, really good kind of trash.
It knows it's trash, but it's the good kind of
Yeah,
trash.
yeah. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like it doesn't like. Whereas Wendy's, tries its hardest to be like the best quality a burger can be for fast food and for the price. McDonald's is like, yeah, fucking throw shit tons of fucking shredded lettuce, Thousand Island dressing, will freaking cake this thing and fucking seasoning, spray a bunch of fucking weird scents on it to make it taste even better. Like all kinds of weird preservatives, but like it's whatever that I don't even want to know what meat is in the chicken nuggets. I don't care. It is too good. So I'm refilling my water again. Um,
Oh my
but
god.
I can go on and on and on about my love for McDonald's. I know it is probably the most hated restaurant in existence, but McDonald's will forever be my favorite place to go. I love their fries. I love their burgers. I love the Big Mac. I love the chicken. The chicken nuggets are goated. Nobody will ever be able to convince me any other chicken nugget is better in existence. By the way, I have a freaking double cheeseburger, but put chicken nuggets on it. Like, put 3 nuggets on there to make an extra layer in the burger. Really fucking good. Um, Back a couple years ago, they had the BTS meal for the band BTS, and that was a 10-piece nugget, but with 2 exclusive
Ah,
sauces. The freaking Cajun sauce was so fucking
I
good.
no. I hate that they got rid of it. You know
I
what?
know.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna look up a fucking recipe.
That Cajun sauce was so goddamn good. Did I turn this up? No, I actually turned it down. Okay, I'm gonna actually turn it down now. Um, but yeah, oh my goodness, I can go on and on about my love for McDonald's. I don't care what anybody says. McDonald's is one of my favorite places to eat on earth. And it is definitely hands down the best fast food place. And then the new quarter pounder. I forgot to mention this part. I don't order it that often, but it is like the if you don't like McDonald's, get the quarter pounder. Like if you don't like the crappy taste of the food, get the quarter pounder. That is the perfect counter. It tastes more like an actual quality burger, a little more along the lines of Wendy's. It's pretty salty would be my one thing. But if you can order it to just have like less salt, I don't know if it's like in the burger or not, but it's kind of salty would be the one thing. If you don't like
Yeah.
salt, you might not like the quarter pounder, but the burger like the patty quality and like obviously compared to like if you're going to like a fucking beef house for a burger, it's not going to compare. But like compared to other fast food places, the quarter pounder from McDonald's is one of the higher quality ones. At least from my understanding, I'm no expert in the field. By the way, we are just idiots making lists. We have no qualifications.
Wait, we're idiots. No qualifications needed. Um,
Okay. Well, we already know that I won because it's 5-4 right now. Um,
mhm.
but I'm gonna go ahead and throw out there my guess for your number one was Chick-fil-A.
So my number one was Chick-fil-A.
Let's go! I finally got one on the point. Let's go! Let's go! Oh my goodness. I can't believe I actually got it. Let's go. I was a total shot in the dark.
So my number one is Chick-fil-A. Um,
Let's go.
they have their spicy deluxe chicken sandwich, and you get that with Colby Jack cheese, and it's just like the perfect chicken sandwich ever. Now I don't go to it often because A, I'm not fucking standing in that damn line.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's my biggest problem is the fucking line. It's not their fault, but
If I
like
get
they're just
it,
not
I
willing to
order
wait.
it to be delivered to me, and somebody else
Mhm.
can wait in that fucking line. Um,
Makes
I'm not
sense.
waiting in that line.
Yeah.
Or if it's like at the mall, the line's typically a little shorter at the mall, but it's still it's not like cars upon cars. It's like maybe 8 or 9 people deep usually at the mall. So
I
usually at
just
the mall, I'll
gonna
get it.
say at Illinois, whenever we finally got a Chick-fil-A near us, it was in the middle of a parking lot of a store they don't have down here called Meijer. It's basically Walmart. It's another thing. A superstore has got groceries, got electronics, got clothes, got just a little bit of everything. Same thing as Walmart, but different name. The Chick-fil-A was in that parking lot, like in the like basically at the far other side of the parking lot, like not like to the left or right, but like if you're sticking out the back door of Chick-fil-A, you're looking at Meijer across the parking lot. The Chick-fil-A line
Right.
for the drive-through looped around the entire Meijer parking lot for the first 3 weeks it was open. That's the size of a
Oh
Walmart parking
my
lot.
god.
That is how
That-
like I had my you know my friend Alex, right?
yeah.
He used to work at that Meijer, and he said he couldn't park because there was no way to get into the parking lot. He had to park down the street and walk because he could not get into
That's
the parking lot
insane.
to work. It was that bad with how many like people were flocking to it. And I was like, don't get me wrong, I hear Chick-fil-A is great. I really want to try it, but I am not waiting in that fucking line. And it
No,
is
the
good. I will
line
give
is
you, it is
definitely
good.
not worth
It's
it.
just the line is my main problem. It's the line, which isn't their fault, to be fair. Like if
Yeah, no, it's not
you're
their
doing,
fault,
if people are building that big of a line, you're doing something right. If anything,
right? Um, no, Chick-fil-A is really good. And like I said, you really need to try those chicken minis. So good.
yeah, I'll definitely
Um,
give it a shot. I will say that their chicken sandwich was, when I finally tried it, was really solid.
it was so juicy, man.
Mhm.
It's just so good. My favorite thing there, Chick-fil-A sauce. I go to the store and I buy that bitch by the fucking bottle. Okay, I have like at least 2 bottles of Chick-fil-A sauce in here. I absolutely love Chick-fil-A sauce, and that shit goes on anything. I made nachos, and I drizzled some of that shit on there. Man, those nachos were fucking good. The Chick-fil-A sauce legit goes on anything. I wouldn't put it on spaghetti, but like anything, like I'm trying to think of like things. So nachos, tacos. It would go good on tacos. I put it on top of you know how I like loaded baked potatoes with chili and cheese, but I
Mhm.
I drizzled some Chick-fil-A on there. Okay, that shit was good. Chick-fil-A sauce is absolutely the best in the world. Better than that Polynesian sauce that they say is like way better. It's not. Newsflash:
I don't
Chick-fil-A sauce all the way.
recall having that, so I can't say one way or the other for Polynesian sauce.
Go to your local Walmart or Kroger. It's on the sauce aisle. Every store has it now.
I'm sure I don't really get a lot of sauces, but I'll probably check it out. But I think with that, we're probably going to wrap this episode up. But first, as your winner with a score of 8-4, finally like out of nowhere, I was all of a sudden have double her score. Went from winning by one to having double your score for that last one. I get to pick the topic for the next episode, and I'm gonna pick something totally different. We're gonna do something like basically totally different every week, most likely, unless we feel the need to do something else. This isn't even in the same ballpark. My choice for the topic for the next one is our top 10 favorite superheroes.
Ooh,
That
that's a
is,
toughie. That's a
yeah,
toughie.
that's gonna be our topic for next week. So thank you guys for listening, and be sure to like what is it subscribe for podcasts, like subscribe wherever you're listening, or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave likes or good reviews if you enjoyed it. That'd be very much appreciated, as we try to kick this thing off. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I can't believe I thought this was going to be too short. We're at an hour 43 minutes.
I know.
But we'll catch you guys in the next episode. I hope this goes well. And goodbye. Before
Bye.
before we
Oh,
say
yeah,
bye,
yeah.
one last minute plug for YouTube channels again. AquaLeaderJesse on YouTube. She's Fairy Fox Gaming at YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's you already know. But if you're listening to this, check it. If you enjoy our content and don't want to wait every week to hear stuff from us, we do upload video game videos together on my channel every multiple times a week, and on her channel whenever she gets around to uploading them. Uh, But yeah, be sure to
It's a
check out.
while, but
Be sure to check out our channels if you and we also have solo stuff. But if you liked hearing our banter and conversations, my YouTube channel we have stuff going up like we've got Among Us videos, we got Hogwarts Legacy, we got Pokemon. We got at least 3 times a week. Oh, plus the Fortnite videos are going on a little longer. I don't know if it's still going up whenever this goes up, but yeah, so at least 3 times a week you'll be seeing content from the both of us on this channel. So or on the AquaLeaderJesse YouTube channel. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. Catch you guys in the next episode. Podcast out.